Hey folks, it's Wade the Shoe Dog. Welcome to Shoemakers Academy. Today we're going to do something a little differently. Usually, where I'm either in the shoe factory showing you how shoes are made, or I'm in the workshop cutting them apart. But today we're in the workshop because I'm really excited to show you our DIY shoemaking build a sneaker at home kit. So instead of cutting up shoes and showing you what's inside, we're going to talk about how to use this kit to make a shoe. So this is the kind of shoe you can make with the kit. You can also make a high top. We've got 5 different leather choices and 3 different outsoles. So when you go onto the website, you just pick your size and you pick the rubber and upper material color that you like. We have Crazy Horse, we have brown nubuck, we have white action leather. If you're a painter or customizer, that's a nice choice. We have black nubuck, and also we have a vegan brown synthetic suede. But hey, I'm going to show you what's in the kit, what's not in the kit that you're probably going to need, okay? And I'm going to go through some basics of how you can make a shoe. Now, okay, first questions first. Do I need a sewing machine? No, you don't. This is your sewing machine. You're going to use your hands. Do I need a shoe last? The answer is no, you don't. But the idea behind the way we designed this kit is that if you have a shoe last that's compatible, our SNF last, then it can help you make the shoe nicer. And also, it also depends on what your goals are. If your goals are to sort of make this basic sneaker and then move on to snorkeling or scuba diving or whatever, or if you want to keep advancing your shoemaking skill, then if you had a last, there are other things that you can do. But in this example, I'm going to show you how to make this kit without it. But I will also mention things that you can do once you have the last that will help your project along. Okay, so I'm going to show you first of all what comes in the kit. And then I'm going to walk you through what things you're going to need that are not included in the kit to make sure that you have everything you need when you go to get started. Okay, so first thing, this is the kit. You picked your leather, you picked your outsole color, you picked your size. So the pieces are here. So first thing you're going to see is the pattern. And the pattern you're going to see, you've got the bottom, you've got medial and lateral sides, and then again, these are the same pieces that you're going to use to make the other side of the shoe, or to make the right side and the left side. This toe piece, right, which is this, is symmetrical, right? And then your tongue is also symmetrical. Now you'll notice that the tongue piece and the quarter panels, they have this extra line. This is the low cut line, which gives you this, or there's a high cut line which will give you something more like this. Okay, so in this case, we're going to build this low cut because Andrea wants a pair to rock, so that's what we're going to do. We're going to build these for her. All right, so that's the pattern. And hey, once you're done with this shoe, you can keep going with this pattern, or hey, you can modify it as you like, right? So this is the pattern. You don't have to go print it out. It's right here in the box for you, and you'll see it's got all the holes. And actually, it also has a diagram to show you, parts A and A. Those are pieces that you get together, right? And when you look at the toe cap, it'll show you this is part C, and then also, where you start when your tongue attaches in the end. So D, right? So you can go step by step to make sure you assemble your shoe in the right order, and we're going to show you all that stuff in the next hour. Okay, so that's the pattern. Here's the outsole. In this bottom pattern, you see it fits in the bottom of your outsole. Now, you're going to be tempted when you get this to put your foot and stand on the outsole, right? And you're going to say, "Hey, Wade, I've got an inch out in front." That's totally fine. That's exactly what you need, right? Because remember, this isn't your foot size. This is actually the volume that your foot is going to need. And as you walk and the shoe bends, you're going to need that extra space. So yes, you will put your foot down on it. You'll say, "Hey, Wade, is an inch too much?" And I'll say, "No, it's not." This pattern comes in whole sizes. If you're a half size, go ahead and size down. Okay, that's your outsole. You've got 3 colors of shoelaces, black, brown, and white. You've got the foam for your footbed. So this is 5mm EVA, and it's got white fabric on top. We've got our lasting board, and we also will use this as a stroble board, okay? This gives your shoe a little bit of stiffness when you glue it in. And then we have the cut leather pieces. Now, instead of just giving you a big piece of hide, we've rough cut the pieces already. Now, when I say rough cut, meaning, you know, here's one size of leather, and this size 8 doesn't, you know, uses about half of it, right? And when you get to your tongue, so if you're a size 18, that you could use that without cutting it. But say here's your tongue, right? And then here's your quarter panel. And I'll show you some tricks a little bit later on. This happens to be a smaller size, so there's a lot of extra leather. You can use that extra leather to make logos or back tabs or heel tabs or any, you know, other design detail that you want to make. Also, I'm going to show you how to stroble this shoe. But if you want to advance, or maybe it's the second time you bought the kit and you want to board last it, what you're going to do is you're going to move this piece all the way up, and you're going to leave this extra piece on the bottom. You'll leave it attached because this is what you'll use to last your shoe, right? You'll need this extra amount. And here I'll show you what that looks like right here. If you're using a last to make your shoe, you're going to need this extra material, right, to last over and glue to your lasting board. So that's actually, this pattern doesn't have the lasting margin on it, but again, if you want to, you just leave that extra material, and that gives you your lasting margin. But in our case, we're going to stroble this shoe, so we're not going to need it. Okay. So those are the cut pieces. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is in the bottom, you're going to see the self-adhesive fabric, and it's got, you know, the fabric surface on one side and then sticky back on the other. If you were going to use a thinner leather, you could stick all this, you know, self-adhesive to reinforce these pieces. You could put a strip on behind your eye stay to make it a little stronger. If you don't want to have leather on the inside lining of your shoe, you can use this to back your pieces. You basically just peel the backing off, put the pieces down, and then cut them out. So again, this shoe, Andrea actually prefers to have the natural leather lining. So we're not going to use this. But again, this is almost, you can use it as almost like tape, but it's really durable. So if you wanted to reinforce your back seam or anything like that, you could use this. If you wanted to make your toe cap a little stiffer, you could put some of this behind those pieces. It's here if you need it. Okay, now I'm going to show you what tools come with your kit. We'll put these back in the box here, and we'll get at all this good stuff in a minute. Okay, let's talk about the tools. Okay. All right, so we are hand making this shoe, so we are not using a sewing machine, right? Here's what we got. We've got sewing needles. We've got a couple of really big ones. We've got a couple of curved, a couple of smalls. Okay, so there's your set of needles. And hey, what needle is good for what job? You know, you're gonna have to sort of find your way, what works for you, you know, what you're comfortable using. Sometimes the hook needle helps you get into some of these tight spots, but again, it's up to you. Next is this big needle. This is the punching needle, and this is what you're gonna use to sew the outsole on. Now you'll notice that this outsole doesn't have holes in it, right? Hey Wade, is it gonna work? Can I really punch through? And the answer is, yeah, it actually goes through quite easily. It's actually the leather is the hardest part to punch through. So don't worry about that, about whether you need the holes, okay? So that's your sole stitching needle. Next, I'm gonna show you, you've got a 5mm punch, and this is the punch that you're gonna use to punch holes for your eyelets, okay? Here's a 1mm punch. If you want to do some ventilation or decorative, or you miss a stitch hole somewhere, you can use the 1mm punch. Next is these are called pricking irons or pricking forks. And these are what you're going to use to make most of your stitch holes. And I'll show you how this works. You could use a single punch all the way around, or this is a 4, right? And you'll notice that all these holes are 5mm apart, so you can just go 4 holes, 4 holes, 4 holes. Hey, when you get to a tight spot, you can use the double or the single, right? We'll talk about punching holes in a second, but that's what those tools are for. Next is this. This is the rivet setting tool. And what you do here is we'll when we get to rivet setting, I'll show you that. But basically, your rivet sits on this post up, and you fit the shaft onto that hole. Give it a hammer, and this is what you're going to use to set your rivets. Okay. We've got 3 different sets: antique, black, and silver. This shoe we're making with antique. So hey, if you've decided which color you're gonna use for your first shoe, then set aside a couple of the other color to practice with, so you don't practice on your shoe. And I'm gonna show you, as we do this operation, what's a good time to sort of practice some steps, so that you can that your first shoe that you have have something you're proud of. Okay, then we've got 3 colors of thread. The tip on the thread, and this thread, we'll use the same thread to do all the sewing parts of the shoe. The trick on the thread is for the hidden seams, use the other color. Like in this shoe, we're going to use brown for the main stitching thread. So I'm going to only use brown on the areas that are visible, right? For the channel stitch and the vamp stitch and the heel stitch, I'm going to use brown. But for the strobel stitch inside the shoe, I don't need to use brown, right? I'm going to save that brown thread. I'm going to use black or white for those operations. Okay, so these are the basic tools that come in the kit, but there are a few things that you're going to need outside of that, right? You're going to need a hammer, right? All this punching is hammer. You're cutting, you're either going to want an X-Acto blade or a nice sharp pair of scissors. I use the Fiskars Razor's Edge, and these are my leather cutting scissors only. I don't cut anything else with these scissors. Keep them sharp, just use them on your leather. And I'll show you some things you can do to practice, right? You're gonna need a pen, a standard pen or a pencil is good. I have a disappearing ink pen. You can use these too. You're gonna need glue, whether you have a big can or a small can or a tube. This is the Angelus can, and this is barge tube. These, you can get these on Amazon. If you're using a school class, you can get yourself a big can of barge cement. I usually have one of these around here. I think we just ran out, so we're using these little things here. But you can get this stuff on Amazon. In fact, this nice pair of scissors you can get on Amazon. This hammer, get from your toolbox, right? Okay. I have a little piece of crepe rubber that I use in case I get a little glue, extra glue. I use this to erase it, but it's just the thing I happen to have. I have a little bent wire hook, and I'll show you, and you could use a little piece of coat hanger to make this. When it comes time to do sole stitching, I'll show you. You could just make one of these, again, out of a piece of wire. You don't have to have it. It makes this job a little easier, so that's good to have. We're using a cutting mat for most of our cutting, but for when you go to do hole punching, you're going to want to have a surface that's a little bit more resilient, that your irons can punch into, right? Because you want to make sure that you get all the way through your leather. And if you're trying to punch into a hard mat like this, or onto a wooden table, then this iron is going to make a dimple in the leather, and it's not going to make a hole, right? So I'll show you what I mean, what happens here. So here we're on this cutting mat, and you go to punch your hole, and it might not go all the way through. But if you're on a more resilient surface like this, then it's easier for the tip to go through, and you can make sure that you get your hole all the way through. Because this is gonna, you know, as you punch all these holes, if you can see a little daylight, it's gonna make your sewing a lot easier. Some people use a little beeswax. This is wax thread that we have in the kit. It should help it glide a little easier. If you want to put a little wax on your needle, I mean, if you're already doing leather work, you know what I'm talking about. But that would help too. Okay, do you need a shoe last? No, you don't. Can it help? Absolutely. Here's another thing here. So we're gonna do this basic shell build, right? This shoe's not gonna have a lining in it. There's no tongue foam. It's just this really nice leather that we're gonna use, right? But if you want to do a little bit more advanced build, then our shoemaking material kit is sort of the next step, right? And so if you do this build, and I'm just going to show you what this is, so you can have it in your mind, and you can, and that's part of this kit is to get you started. But I'm a little bit preview of what else is available. So if say you build the shoe, and you want to take the same pattern, you want to get another outsole, and you want to make another shoe. So you've got the lasting board, but more importantly, what you have here is heel counter reinforcement and toe counter reinforcement. So if you were going to make a Jordan or some other sport shoe like that, this is what you're going to need. Big piece of foam for collar foam. It also has some fabric lining here. So this DIY material kit. It's basically all the things that you would add to this to make this into a more, you know, athletic shoe or more like what you'd buy at a store. Again, this is an easy shoe that you can make in a couple hours. When you start adding lasts in this other material kit, then you're going to get to a little more complicated build. Say, for example, like our Air Jordan build or our different old school or Stan Smith build. But I'm glad you're here, because this is a fantastic place to start. If you get these tools together, get this shoe made, and then you can progress on to the next one. So, folks, that's what's in the kit. And we're going to take a little break, and I'm going to come back, and we're going to start making this shoe together.